Disclaimer, this video will change you in a way you didn't think was possible.
Scientists used to believe that the brain stopped changing once you become an adult, like a hardened block of clay. But that's not true. The brain is actually constantly changing from when you're a fetus to when you die. It's like a ball of clay molding itself every time you learn a new instrument, a language, or even a new concept. These changes all happen because of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire itself. This concept was first discovered in 1904 by Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov when he trained his dog to salivate every time he rang a bell. The brain, in a sense, is like a city connected by numerous roads that are constantly being built and destroyed. But instead of roads, the brain is connected by billions and billions of neurons that change based on two fundamental properties of neuroplasticity. Neurons that fire together wire together, and use it or lose it. I know, these are super scientific terms. The first principle states that the repetition of our thoughts and actions strengthen the connection between specific neurons. Think of it this way. When a new mall opens up in a city, the surrounding roads are used more and more by cars, and additional roads and lanes are built to make access to the mall easier and more efficient. Similarly, when a new connection is formed in the brain, it strengthens over time depending on the amount of impulses that pass through both neurons. This is how Ivan Pavlov trained his dog. Every time he would feed his dog, he rang a bell, making the neurons for hunger and the sound of a bell fire together and wired together. The repetition of this action caused the connection between the neurons to strengthen until his dog no longer even needed food to salivate. He just needed to hear the bell. His poor dog was probably hungry all the time. The second principle, use it or lose it, states that when neurons stop firing together because of the lack of repetition, the connection between them weaken and weaken until they become dormant. This would be like if there's a chemical spill in one area of a city. The roads surrounding the spill would be used less and less often until the entire area of the city becomes vacant. For example, say you have a bad habit like biting your nails. When you make a conscious effort to break the habit, then the connection between the neurons for biting your nails and anxiety weaken and weaken until they're no longer there. Anyways, now you're probably wondering, so what if the brain can change? Well, if we can harness neuroplasticity, we may be able to cure a myriad of neurological and psychological disorders like anxiety, depression, chronic pain, paralysis, blindness, Alzheimer's, Huntington's disorder, and the list goes on. Believe it or not, in the last 3 minutes, your brain has changed because you have learned something new. Hopefully. These changes have occurred all because of neuroplasticity. Thank you.